Welcome to Luna's channel. Today I will show you how to make a braided bracelets with a double end charm. The bracelet is around 15 centimeters. Around 4 beads on each side would be long enough for small waist ladies. Restrain the beads from the end metal first, and we keep on straining the 4 beads. We leave another bead and the metal ball at the tail. Then we connect the head of the string to one end of the charm and make a loop, and go through all the beads into the loop and make a nice knot. And push the other 4 beads towards the head. Now we have to make a knot at the end of the beads to stop them moving around. We make a knot at the end of the beads and cut off one thread. And then we use a lighter to seal it up. But don't forget about the end tail. We leave 1 bead at the end and the metal ball and make a knot around 2.5 inches to 3 inches away from the last bead, and make a knot in front and after the 2 beads and the metal. The length depends on how big is your waist. Because I have a small waist, so I leave around 2.5 to 3 inches at the tail. We make 2 knots, one in the front and one behind. After making 2 knots, we cut off the excessive thread and seal the end by a lighter. Now we repeat the same thing on the other side with 4 beads and 1 bead and the metal at the tail. After stringing the beads, we connect the other loop of the charm. The needle goes through the loop from down and going upward. Get all the beads, go through the loop, and we tie up the head of the loop with the charm. Tie a little bit tighter, but not too tight. Push all the beads, 4 beads, push 4 beads to the head of the loop We are doing the same thing as on the other side. We make a knot at the end of the bead. Tie it up securely. Gently but tight. We cut the extractive threads on the shorter side and seal it with a lighter. Don't forget to make the tail as on the other side, with one bead and the metal ball. Now we are going to make an adjustable braided knot for the two tails. We cut the length about 30 centimeters of a thread. We make a first knot as usual knotting skills. Just tie it up casually. And then we make our first knot on the top of two tails. And the other end go underneath all of the thread and gently pull them together and make a third knot. So now we start from the other side to make our second knot. Make a loop on the other side. Make a loop and then another thread. Go underneath and make our second knot. And then we repeat these steps for a couple times to make your desired length of the knots. After making a few knots, the length of the knots is about 1 centimeter. I think it's good enough for a small bracelet. We cut the excessive thread and use our lighter to seal the end. Just personal option. In the fire, I like to use the blue part of the fire because it's lower temperature. The bracelet is done. Oh, I flip it over. There you go. Do you like my work today? Thank you for watching today. Please support and subscribe our channel to watch more of our works. Bye bye.